Hello, and welcome to Goblins and Aliens. Mike from Negative Gradient has just set the next Hobby Buddy challenge. The theme is flight, must consist of 2 miniatures, a custom base, and at least 1 point of source lighting. After rummaging through my pile of shame, I found 2 models that suited the idea in my head, though it was starting to stretch into the world of diorama. To start, I sketched off a few ideas. Then I remembered I wasn't very good at sketching, so I grabbed a load of stuff and started slamming it together to see if I could get what I was thinking. The base had a few iterations. After constructing the core elements, it was time for a bit of tweaking. Now, I'm not going to lie and say I lost a lot of data and corrupt files, but I went gun-ho and built the whole thing, primed it, and then started painting without filming. So from now on, we'll be painting the actual models. I start off with using the dry brushed undercoat, or overbrush if you want to call it that, to push the non-metallic effect. Hoping that the thinned down version of the paints I was using would allow the undercoat to show through. As I was doing this, I could see this wasn't the best approach, but I carried on and based all the sections ready to amend it later. For the orc, I tried my best to keep a dark green on the back. I wanted to keep it in shadow, trying to blend it with the highlight to allow the green and the blue to mix. Again, I will fix this later. On the furthest points of darkness, I just tried the darkest shade of the colour I would have used, including the browns on the leathers, the weaponry, and any other trinkets that were kicking about. One thing I tried with this bat was to think that the membrane between the winged fingers should allow some of the light to come through. This didn't quite work out, though I think that's something I'll try again at a later point. Here I'm just hammering everything with Agrax Earthshade to bring it all together. Trying to keep that shadow tone united throughout the whole diorama. After the Agrax Earthshade dried, it was back to painting the model again. For the object source light itself, I imagined this globe being full of energy and lightning. This is where the light was going to emanate from. So at the darkest tone, I went back over some of the higher lights. Quick sketching in some lightning with white would be the base of this light source. Then I've gone over it with the shade glaze followed by a highlighted glaze to create the effect that the lighting was inside the blue. Then it was time to glue it all together. For this, I just used super glue, as I didn't have any stronger glues at hand. Do have a cup of coffee ready, because you will be holding models in place for a while. I like to pin models in place so they don't move or falter. Gives the glue an extra section to bind onto. And here we have the finished model. Hopefully it sells the effect of OSL. I'm quite happy with how the light looks to be bouncing off all the elements. If I were to do this again, I would start off with just the base coats and then add the highlight. It seemed like I gave myself too much work to do to fix the issue. Here's my little Easter egg guy just hidden underneath the whole thing. For more Hobby Buddy Challenge videos, please consider subscribing, liking, even leave a comment below. See you in the next video.